It's that official time where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the Powerslams Pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Let's go!
Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up.
Yo, where we at? Episode 558. We staying up late for another episode of PNP with the family. A bro, a yo. I'm with the fam, and here it's Tuesday night, and we have no fear. We having fun just like every week. We at the peak of the fun. Can't have none without me and the P fam. And we ain't like spam. We reading like Sam I am. Green eggs and ham. Let's go, y'all. Oh, freestyling from the top of the dome. Dr. Chris Featherstone. We healing like it, bro. We hearing like, yo. We talking about trips, trip OH, and the grade. Is he your A? Is he your B? A C or a D? He's not an E. Could he be an F? Could it be left? Can he go deaf? Can he go left? Is he that bad? Or is he good? Is he in the hood? Or is he in the burbs? He's from Greenwich. I like spinach. Cause he's making the green. Whether we like it or not, it seems. Yo, here we go. Here we go. Episode 558. We staying up late. P&P skating. We chilling. We chilling in the vibe. Cause that's what we do in live. P&P at the family. Yo. Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's another episode of PNP with the family. Yo. What's up, everybody? We have fun every single week. That intro. Thank you, Aaron, for and Ricky for commenting on it, man. I had a thought in my mind, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this happen today. And so I was brainstorming in my head of how to make this happen, because I really wanted to do like a behind the scenes intro this week. And depending on my time, I'm gonna do that every week, because I loved it. I loved how it turned out, and I was like, that was really cool, man. So I was really happy about how it turned out. I did it for unscripted, and I did it for PNP, and I think I'm going to do that every week. It was really cool. I really enjoyed how that turned out. So depending on the time, because it does take some time, because I have to add a bunch of different layers and making that happen the way that it does. It takes some work, and it takes some time. But I'm all about presentation, man. So if I have the time, I can make it and just make it work, and just kind of, just really dedicate myself, because I prep before the show anyways. And so, so I just have to switch over what I do during my prep time. And it's actually a little bit more seamless than what I did before. But man, I loved it. I really enjoyed how that countdown, how that intro turned out, man. So hope y'all liked it too. Nice little addition. No, it's not little. It's a nice addition to the PNP show overall. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I really did. I thought it was cool. So I'll be having. Lord willing, I'll be having some more of those intro songs, just intro countdowns, just like I do every week. Before, it was just kind of like a fun. It was the thumbnail. I had of course, I'm playing the chill hop and giving a shout out and just giving love to some of my favorite songs or some new songs I discovered within the past few months, or some songs I've discovered for a while. So I really put it as a spotlight as y'all are coming in the room to give y'all an intro and a nice vibe. it's a PNP as we do every single week and really spotlight those shows. But the behind the scenes feel just kind of gives you that before we go live, prepping, and it was fun. It was fun how there was layers that I had to put on there, and it's really cool how it turned out. So that really lit me up, man. So I was really happy about that. All right, let's get into these questions. What's up, Aaron? It's on the WrestleBinge page. It's like a second Sportskeeda page. So all the live stuff has moved over to WrestleBinge. So subscribe to WrestleBinge. Yeet, Ricky. Is that your first time interviewing Flip Gordon? No, it's actually the third time I've interviewed Flip Gordon, I believe. Again, Ricky, dude, I have no idea. I have no clue. I do not watch NXT, man. I'll look at it and guess, I'll guess. I know they're having the Iron Survivor thing, right? I have no idea who these people are. Alba Fire, I don't know who that is. Don't know who. Oh, that's Kaylee Ray. Oh, okay. So her name's Alba Fire now. Why'd they do that? Isla Dawn. Don't know who that is. Sure. I'll do Alba Fire, Kaylee Ray. So the New Day. What? How'd that happen? So the New Day's on NXT now, and they're going against Pretty Deadly for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Heck, man, just give it to the New Day. I'm in. I'm in for that. Talking about wanted to make it a separate brand, but then you then you bring in main roster talent. That's interesting. I think Pretty Deadly is going to win, keep it, but I'm rooting for the New Day. Do it. Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is going to beat Cruz. So is Cruz a babyface now? I know when he came back, he was going against Grayson Waller. Like he had a feud against Grayson Waller, right? Because every now and then I peek in like their socials. Like I follow NXT through socials every now and then. So the last time I checked, Apollo Crews lost to Grayson Waller, and so that was months ago. So is he still a babyface in NXT? Well, I think Breaker's going to win. If I'm not mistaken, Zoe Stark turned, right? Didn't she turn? Who do I think is going to win that? Indy Hartwell. I don't know. I don't even know who Kiana James is. So the Iron Survivor Challenge. So what I don't know. I don't even know who Axiom is. Axiom. Okay, there you go. Carlos Ruiz. I guess they'll probably. So Braun Breaker. I think they'll probably give like Carmelo some love or Grayson Waller. Probably Carmelo. Yeah, probably Carmelo. I can see that. So that's all I got, my man. Hope that worked out for you. Let's see what else we got. All right, we're going into Great and Triple H already. I think Triple H is doing a great job with SmackDown, NXT, the pay-per-views, and press conferences. He's good at pushing some people. Raw really needs a boost. Last night was very weak. I think Raw is very weak every week. SmackDown's been pretty solid even before Triple H. I'd give Triple H. See, NXT, I don't follow. There's just nothing compelling about NXT to me that keeps me going. But NXT's always been Triple H's baby. More Shawn Michaels' baby. He's adopted NXT basically. I'd give Triple H. Raw just brings it down so much. Because even like SmackDown's a solid B- show consistently. Raw is just a D to an F every week. NXT I don't follow because NXT is just not the same as it used to be. I tried. I think I stopped. Yeah, I think during the Tommaso Ciampa Braun Breaker stuff, I think that's when I stopped. Or I think I started watching like a little bit of the new thing when it was still um black and gold. I mean black and gold, black and yellow. I was watching it pretty consistently. And then when it changed into the the multicolored, the splash, the rainbow splash, I was like, okay, I'm interested to see, as far as like the new feel because it was called the Capitol Wrestling Center or something like that. It was more of a grungy type of feel to it. And I actually didn't mind that. Then they changed it up and they changed it to the more of the light feel to it. I was like, okay, this is a nice setup. So I watched a little bit of it then, and I just got out of it, man. It was just a new wave of like these new people who I didn't even know. They really do a good job, really, letting a casual fan know who they were. And so I was like, oh, I mean, like I'm not going to be a casual NXT fan. I'm not just, I'm just not going to watch. And I just got out of it, man, and just like legit lost my interest. Same thing with Rampage. Rampage just lost my interest. And I get paid to watch wrestling. And I'm like, I'm a busy man. And my schedule is just filled to the brim all the time. And I'm like, NXT, like, I'm not going to incorporate that in my already incredibly busy schedule. I'm going to watch Raw. I'm going to watch SmackDown. I'm going to watch Dynamite because it's important for me as a journalist and a podcaster to, stay abreast of all those shows. But anything else, I'm like, every now and then I'll peek into like Impact's YouTube channel, like probably a couple times a year and watch a few videos in there, see what's going on. But other than that, yeah. So before we get to that, Elvis, which I agree with. So Triple H, I'll give a overall to me, I'll give a C minus. Like similar to the same as Vince. Because Raw is almost exactly the same as when Vince had it. Poor storylines. The storylines are on SmackDown mostly. Long matches. Just an odd show. Just like it was with Vince. SmackDown's solid. I think SmackDown. I've said this before and I'll say it and I still believe it. SmackDown's the best television show of pro wrestling on right now. Yeah, I mean that's the best to me. I would say SmackDown, the top three. I only watched three. I would say SmackDown, Dynamite, Raw in that order is the best pro wrestling television shows on right now. So yeah, let's say C minus. Yes, the Titans are slacking. Henry hasn't been getting me a lot of points on fantasy football. They just fired their GM today, so that goes to show how much they're slacking, which I think is a good call, man. I mean, like we're on a skid. We're like the only reason why we're even a thing is because the AFC South is so bad. I mean, the AFC South is horrible. And so we're 7-5, and we're still number one in the AFC South right now. We have a we have a 4 seed in the playoffs. There's 5 games to go, and so, man, I mean, like, we are not doing well, man. Not doing. I mean, I knew that we were going to get smashed by the Eagles, which we did. I mean, you asked me that last week, and I said, yeah, I think we're going to get smashed, and that's what happened. We did. Dion thinks Triple H is doing okay, not the best. A lot needs to be improved, like Theory losing his cash in, only becoming a U.S. champion a week or so later. Still don't understand the logic of that. Still illogical. Why can't he just keep his contract and win the U.S. title? That didn't make sense at all to me. He didn't need his contract to get a U.S. title opportunity because he ended up getting a U.S. title opportunity. So why would you use your contract? Just keep your contract. You keep it for a year. Win the U.S. title. And guess what? You have the U.S. title and you have your contract. Make it make sense to me. It was great. That day, my wife went to her daycare to celebrate. And then Sunday is actually when we had the birthday party. It was lots of fun. She has some friends that came over. I live DJ'd. So that was fun. It was such a party atmosphere. It was really, really cool DJing live. And I really set the mood and to make it very party. So it was cool. Good fun. Good fun. Lexi is in the building. Always good to have you, Lexi. Always good to have you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, yes, indeed. Hashtag XDoc. Thank you for the admin, being a part of the admin team, basically. I need some people on that note. Couple things. I want to do a couple of things. Okay. One, I'm gonna put the PNP logo right there, and then 2, I am going to roll my Patreon on the ticker. Okay, so I would love for you to, just show your love. This is a listener-supported show, so that would be absolutely fantastic if you show some love by giving on the Patreon, and if you want just to do a one-time gift, just PayPal. cfab7@gmail.com. So thank you again. Thank you very, very much. And email cravewrestling@gmail.com for any type of intro videos that you want to. If you got some love for Crave, for Pancakes and Power Slams, we've done this before with Ricky and Elvis. They sent me some intro videos that make it about 15 seconds or less as far as how much you appreciate Pancakes and Power Slams, how much you enjoy the show. Send it there, and I will show it at the beginning of the show. So, all right, what else we got? Logistics wise, what else we got? Yeah, I think that's good. Which 2 NFL teams do you see making it to the Super Bowl? The Eagles and from an AFC standpoint, Bengals has been kind of sliding in there. I think that there'll be a wild card and they would have to go a little higher. Let's do Eagles versus You know, like I wouldn't be surprised if like a Buffalo made it. Let me see. Um, look at all the teams in my face right quick and let me see. All right, definitely. There's nothing that would. There's nothing that doesn't point to where the Eagles, being number one right now. And the NFC. Let's see. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo takes it, man. Patrick Mahomes has been doing his thing in Kansas City too. Yeah. I think that I think I would say Buffalo. I would say Buffalo and Philly. Yeah. Minnesota's doing a great job too. I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota go. Yeah. I'll say Philly. I'll say Philly and Buffalo. Cincinnati's got a bit of a streak going on too, but yeah, I'll say Philly and Buffalo. That's my safe bet. Philly and Buffalo. Triple H is definitely doing a better job than Vince. Not on Raw. Not on Raw. You said Raiders and Packers. You got two NFL teams. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Aaron, I give Triple H a C+, bringing a bunch of talent back and a lot of OMG moments. It's not enough wrestling needs storytelling, and the only stories to have with the Bloodline and Bray, and that's going to get dry. Definitely agree that the Bloodline's a thing, but the Bloodline was a thing before Triple H, though. The Bloodline's been a thing since early 21? Like the Roman became champ in August of 20, and the Jay thing became, a thing right after that. That was going to late 20, and then Kevin Owens took over as far as like being a number one contender. So that was early 21. So, yeah, I mean, that was fantastic. The Bloodline is the lifeblood of WWE right now. I mean, like, it's making it digestible. This weekend, ask me that in December when they beat the Georgia. I think they're going to lose to Georgia. I'm a realist, but anything's possible. Who's your team, Elvis? You like the Buffalo? You like the Colorado Buffalo? The good news is that you're getting Prime. The bad news is that Colorado stinks. And Colorado hasn't been a thing for a long time. They haven't been a marquee college program since like Cordell Stewart back in '94 when they beat Michigan. The miracle at Michigan, I think it was. The Hail Mary from Cordell Stewart. So let me see. Y'all haven't been a thing for a long time. Like Colorado's one of the worst teams in the FBS right now. Let's see. Let's see y'all's history. In the early 90s when y'all had a thing. When y'all were a thing. Let's see. Yeah, 1-11 this year. Terrible. Absolutely horrible. Y'all won one game out of 12. So I'm looking at Colorado's history right now. Y'all's very first year, y'all are 5-1. How about that? A couple 6-win seasons, 8-win season in 1903. Very inconsistent. Undefeated in 1923. Carlos has been an inconsistent team. 5 and 6 win seasons in the 20s. That was out of 7 to 9 games. The 40s were decent. 50s were decent. The Dallas Ward years were okay. Some 7 and 8 win years, 9 win year in 61. So, y'all had some moments. 71, 10-2, 67, 9-2. But yeah, just an inconsistent team. 11-1 and 89 and 90. That's major. 11-1 and 94. Like I mentioned, Cordell Stewart was, fantastic. 94, 95, and 96 were good years for y'all. I did great. 11-win season 94, 10-win season 95 and 96. Good stuff. Colorado was that deal. Inconsistent until 2001, then had a 10-win season in 2001. 9-win season in 2002. And then since y'all haven't been a thing since 2002. That was the last time y'all won 9 games or more. 2016, y'all won 10 games. Lost the Alamo Bowl. So 2016, y'all had some type of jolt. But that was so y'all were in a skid from 2002 to 2016, and y'all haven't been a thing since 2016. So 6 years. So y'all have had one good season in 20 years. So Colorado's pretty down in the dumps over the past 20 years. I've been inconsistent since then. I mean, this period, the whole franchise history. And I've had one good season in 20 years. So that's Colorado for you. Prime's got a lot of work to do. Do I think Raw should have ended with Riddle getting destroyed and not the opening? No, because that was for Solo Sikoa. That was an Umaga moment. He brought back the Samoan Spike. So that was just an Umaga tribute, basically, because he died, that time around that date, 13 years ago. So rumors are Rock would win the Rumble. There are even hints of him winning the Rumble on Young Rock, winning the title on Young Rock. Do I think he should win the Rumble? No. Heck no. Heck no. There's no reason why The Rock should win the Royal Rumble. That would be such a wasted match. The Rock can literally come in and say, hey, I want to challenge you for the title. And he would get him a shot. I think that's a horrible idea. A horrible idea. And I mean horrible. Elvis, do I think Miss Elizabeth has a chance to be inducted into the Hall of Fame now that Triple H is in charge? I do. We all know it's long overdue. I agree. And Miss Elizabeth, long overdue. Definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Dion thinks D- for Triple H until Reigns loses titles. I think Roman Reigns is one of the Roman Reigns is the best thing going for WWE. Roman Reigns has caused, the Roman Reigns era has caused the most lucrative era in the history of WWE. He's got it, man. Roman Reigns has been champion for over 2 years now, approaching 2.5. And while the numbers don't, I mean, like SmackDown is consistent. SmackDown remains 2, although 2 is nothing to really brag about, to be honest, compared to other eras. But at least, you're typically over 2, and Raw is, I mean, like they struggle to get 1/8. There's even times they get 1/5. Like it's bad, man. It's bad. But SmackDown's where it's at, man. The Bray thing is starting to drag already, which is sad. But Roman Reigns is the best thing going for WWE for sure. He's a cash cow. Apparently Reigns is going to be in a match both nights for Mania. Who would he face each night? I think he should beat The Rock night 1 and lose night 2. Theoretically Cody, but I'm just not on that train, man. I'm not on the Cody train. Just not on the Cody train, man. I don't. It's just not. With the loophole found in Regal's contract allowing him for his release, do you think that there will be other talent returning to WWE from AEW soon? It depends on Tony Khan's allowance. That's the word I'm looking for. I think that's the best way to explain it. Allowance. Now, Tony Khan's on the thing where I'm not going to fire you. I'm going to allow your contract to just expire. So, like for instance, you have Adam Cole, Bay. Do I think that Tony Khan will allow Adam Cole to just go over to WWE as an active talent? I'm not too sure about that. Actually, I would doubt that. William Regal's is a different story because Regal, he respects Regal. Regal's he's an on-air talent on AEW. If you check out Sportskeeda, I have a show with Vince Russo and EC3 every week called The Wrestling Outlaws. EC3 was talking about how, gave some intel on how Regal viewed the AEW just locker room, just very juvenile and immature. So, yeah, I mean, he's maybe commissioner again in NXT or general manager. Yeah, I mean, his biggest thing would be backstage. I know that they're trying to do the NXT Europe thing. I imagine that he's going to, take over that, but it wouldn't be. I mean, Regal's not going to move the needle when it comes to WWE or AEW, but he is the guy to have when it comes to agenting, when it comes to scouting and recruiting, when it comes to seeking advice to make, to really draw riveting storylines. He's one of the best people you can have in the business right now. I'll remind me because I used to have him do the Vic Venom gimmick right before the Legion of Raw every week. And then I'm a big fan of just making sure things are timed properly. You don't want to overdo it. The reason why I do Black Scorpion and Toots Mon all the time is because people ask every single week. We were doing the disco thing, disco dance, the dance to the Disco Fever, Disco Inferno's music. We started doing that a few weeks. I was like, okay, let's just give it a breather. And then people started asking all the time, like, end with dancing, end with Disco Inferno dance. And so we did it on Monday. So yeah, I mean, if it's popular demand, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll do it. You've been watching my show for 3 years and 3 weeks. Look at you, man. Wow, it's been that long. Very nice. Thank you, Elvis. Well, thank you very much. Just imagine how much you would have helped the show if you'd have put together some financial contribution, because it is a listener supported show. So all the people help the current donors out and patrons out. You know, take the load off of them financially, because you're enjoying the fruits of a nice presentation, a freestyle, a song at the end, and just a listener supported show that clearly just I do it for you. Like I spend it is 12:32 a.m. right now. I've been working all day as a therapist, and my kids had a Christmas a concert at school, so had to do that. And then I had a show before this, so I've been at work. Like my work day started at 9 a.m. And it's 12:32 a.m. So I have been up and at 'em, busy working and being a father for the past 15 and a half hours. 15 and a half hours. That's when I started work, by the way. I clocked in before that, but when I started work. So I'm still working 15 and a half hours later. So I appreciate the donations to the show to keep me, excited to be on the show, because your boys be tired. But I give you an opportunity to just come out and lounge with me. So appreciate it. Appreciate your financial contributions. The Fighting Irish, that could be a better team. Well, I mean, this is Marcus Freeman's first year. And hey, I mean, 8-4 for his first year, at Notre Dame, and they had some big win, against Clemson. Not bad. I mean, losing to Stanford and Marshall was weird. That was odd. So they really could have been 10-2 this year. I really think they could have had a 10-2 year. Losing to Marshall and losing to Stanford was super odd. I don't know what happened there. Maybe a hangover from Ohio State, but they missed out on a 10-2 year this year. But 8-4 first year, I mean, very promising. And then that causes people to. I mean, they had Brian Kelly. So I mean, it's Notre Dame's been decent for a while. I mean, for a few years now. So yeah, never had it up. I mean, they didn't win the big one. When's the last time Notre Dame won a national championship? Was it Lou Holt's days? Let me see. Let me see. When is the when is the last time they won a national championship? Let's see here. National championship. 1988 was the last time they won a national championship. Wow, it's been, goodness, almost 35 years since they won a national championship. Man, it's hard to be a college football fan of a team that hasn't won a national championship in almost 35 years. That's tough, man. I mean, like, I'm a Titans fan. We've never won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that's a big disappointment. With college football, man, I'm in good hands by being an Ohio State fan. The last national championship we won was the 2014 season in 2015. So, yeah, that is good stuff. Good stuff. So, I mean, before that, it was a 12-year drought before we won a national championship. And then before that, it was a long time. It was, 79 was the last time you won a championship before 2002. So a big drought there. We had some good seasons, but big old drought there, buddy. It was like 32 years. Because Woody days were fantastic. But John Cooper, Earl Bruce, John Cooper, yeah, they came in and didn't do the best. 1970. Good gravy. 32 years. 32-year drought. So we won one. We won it 42. I think that was Paul Brown's year, if I'm not mistaken. And then the rest of it were Woody. All the other ones were Woody. What was the let's see, 42, I think it was Paul Brown. 42 was Paul Brown, yeah. So that was Paul Brown's year. And then all the other ones were Woody. And then Urban and Trussell was 2002, and then Urban was 2014. Woody won 5 national championships. Paul Brown won 1. 32-year drought, man. And then a 12-year drought, and we're in the playoffs this year. So the thing is with the Ohio State, though, at least we make, like, Ryan Day's made the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years he's been coach. So we're still in the hunt. You know what I mean? We're still an elite team. Demolition for Hall of Fame, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Yes, I still think he does get a push. Again, I'm not on the Cody train. I don't see, man. Mount Rushmore Japanese wrestlers. Ricky Dozan. These are just 4 ones that just come up to my mind initially. Ricky Dozan, Muda, Liger, and I mean, I gotta put Kazuchika Okada up there, man. I mean, because because the thing is, I don't like to, I don't like to do any recency bias, but I mean, Kazuchika Okada has been billed as one of the best Japanese wrestlers of all time. So, yeah, I mean, I have to put Kazuchika Okada out there. I mean, I gotta do it. Yeah, those are the 4 that pull. Those are the 4 that comes up. Man, and then there's Tatsumi Fujinami, and then there's oh gosh, he just passed away. He I can't believe it's his name is leaving me. What's his name? I don't want to look at y'all's I don't want to look at the answer yet because it's gonna bug me. I don't know what his name is. Inoki! Oh, come on. Antonio Inoki. Ooh. Do I put Inoki up there too over Kazuchika Okada? I don't, man. I think that, I mean, he's done so much. I mean, he's been, Okada's been phenomenal, man. Yeah. Do I think they should limit the college transfer portal? Over 508 kids has transferred. I would say no. No. because I heard there was a stat like 75% of the people who enter the portal like don't get transferred. Because the thing is, you have to think about this. You get certain, like, not every person is going, just because they're entering the portal doesn't mean that they're going to be transferred out. Like, entering the portal just says, like, I want to transfer. Like, hey, y'all, I want to transfer. And so you have elite colleges who contact, like, for instance, Fendell's Cypress, the cornerback from Virginia. He went into the Fintrell. Is it Fintrell Cypress, I believe, from Virginia? I believe it's Fintrell Cypress. Yeah, Fintrell Cypress. Like he's a quarterback from Virginia. He's entering the portal, and Ohio State is looking at him right now, which is fantastic because our secondary has been suspect for a while now. But like he's going to be touted, and there's a couple other schools that were looking at him first, and then Ohio State put their interest in him, and he looks like he's going to be coming to Ohio State, which is great, by the way. But I mean, there's a lot of kids who put themselves in the portal, and then there's not schools that are interested in bringing them in, so they're just there. You know what I mean? Or they, you put them in, and then they stink up the place, and they bench them, or you know what I mean, or they let them go. I mean, that's what happened to. Oh gosh, you can tell that I'm tired. Got transferred to Miami, and they put him over to as a wide receiver. Well, Tate Martell, that's his name. Yeah, Tate Martell. And so, yeah, what the heck is he doing nowadays? UNLV. He went to UNLV too. Yeah, so he transferred twice. He went from Ohio State to Miami, and then Miami to UNLV. Wow. There you go. What is he doing nowadays? What the heck is Tate Martell? So he retired as of, wow. Yeah, so he was injured. And in January 18th, 2022, so this past January, he announced that he was retiring from football. That didn't work out too well for him, unfortunately. Wow. Really interesting. So he left when Justin Fields came from the portal. So he left. And Miami, that didn't work out either. So he left Miami and went to UNLV. And then, my camera. And then that didn't work out too well. So exclusive about Rigo wanted. Didn't you have an exclusive about want to leave back in August, September? Yeah, I did. I did. Mildly reported because it was good source, but like to get some double checks, triple checks at times, and it was something like, so a lot of time, unfortunately, unless it's like certain, there's been multiple times that I've had legitimate sources, but how the sheets are is that if it's not certain people, they're not going to report it. Although they've reported plenty of my sources before, but at the same time, nowadays it's hard to just like say this is what a source told me, and then that ends up to be the it lowers your reputation. Like the whole Becky Lynch deal. I reported, I tweeted that it was she was supposed to be one of the Wyatt people, and that wasn't like the Wyatt 6 isn't even a thing, and then Becky Lynch is back. You know what I mean? So so that didn't work out. Now that's not saying that she was that wasn't her in the outfit, but that didn't become a gimmick. So sure, I mean it might have been her in the outfit, which is true, but it didn't become a gimmick though. So it's really hard to report stuff nowadays unless you're one or two sites. Even if you're wrong, there's a couple sites and people that even if you're wrong, people will still report it. Or even if you do double speak, people will report it. So that stuff gets really interesting. A lot of my exclusives are on my Patreon, so go there and for my patrons, if you're a journalist, report it. If you don't want to report it, okay, it's up to you. Yeah, Tate Martell is an interesting conversation we went to. You got a backhoe where you take forward. You got to get that phlegm out your chest. So if I were you, I would do some hot tea, put some hulls in it, put like 1 or 2 hulls in it, put some cinnamon in it and some lemon juice. Turn that sideways and stir it up and drink it. Honey, lemon juice, and hulls, and you can sprinkle a little cinnamon in there too. And that'll get you right. It should, at least. All right, let's close up here. Updates on Barry Windham. Last time I checked, he was still in the ICU after the heart attack. Prayers go out to Barry Windham. Big prayers go out to Barry Windham. Sad to see. I hope he recovers from it and he gets well soon. All right, let's go. Let's land the plane, PNP. Let's go. Enjoyed it. I'm glad y'all enjoyed my my opener. And if I have time, I'll do those, I'll continue to do those. So depending on the time I have, I'll continue to give you pretty cool intros. PNP, I'm bringing the presentation. Oh, by the way, I am strongly. They put tracheostomy on mom yesterday. Okay, that's a step in the right direction, right? Hopefully. I am highly considering to moving all of my content over to YouTube exclusively. I'm really wanting to boost this YouTube channel, Pancakes and Powerslams. I love it over Wrestling Rumors. I'll continue to. I post cool questions, on Wrestling Rumors, and it's always some really cool engagement. But I have a really strong following over at Wrestling Rumors. But I'm pushing things over to YouTube because I want to boost up these YouTube subs. Like a lot of because people are so comfortable with staying on Wrestling Rumors and PNP Facebook. What I think I'm gonna do, and I'm really heading toward that. I might do that at the beginning of the year or even sooner. Actually, is I'm going to transition the show to YouTube. Would I make it YouTube exclusive? Because right now it's on YouTube Live. Will I make it YouTube exclusive? I'm not sure, but I may. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, follow at Chris Prolific to get the updates. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. So if you're on Wrestling Rumors right now, hit that sub button on PNP YouTube, and look, how I work next week might be just exclusively on YouTube. So just get ready. Hit the sub button on the PNP Pancakes and Powerslams YouTube channel. Will I make it exclusive for YouTube? Will I not? I don't know. I What I think I might do right now is do it YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. Do it PNP Facebook, PNP YouTube, and we'll see where we go from there. I might do it on my my Twitter live as well. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But just be sure to hit that sub for PNP, and you know, we'll take it from there. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, you know, it's Reigns and Usos will lose the titles at some point, you know, and then what happens is people are, you know, the sheets will report that backstage news on when the Usos is going to lose the tag team championships. According to Wrestling Observer, the Usos will lose it at some time, you know. But I mean, I've had Dave on my show. I've had Dave on PNP before. Dave Meltzer's been supportive of my work. You know, he've even told me, he said, you do great work and I'm supportive of it. So when it comes to my personal relationship with Dave Meltzer, positive. But at the same time, a lot of the sheets he does, his reports are a little sus. It does get a little sus, and you know, sheets just eat every word he says, man. Trust me, I've written for a bunch of sheets, and people eat every single word that comes out of Dave Meltzer's mouth. So is it something that Meltzer created? Is it a monster that Meltzer created? Or is the people create a monster from Meltzer? Maybe a combination of both, but that's how a lot of sheet writers have become, you know, basically hanging on every word that Meltzer says. So here we go. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Good night to Ricky, Dion, and Elvis, and Roxy, and the PNP, I'll see you later. I'll see